Hey guys, this is Pokemon Rhombus here again. It's just Andrew. This is all of Andrew's trades, and at the end I'll just show off cards that I'm not trading. Yeah, so this is my trade video. And here we go. First binder. Pretty drawings and such on it. Okay, these are not for trade. This whole first page is not for trade. Just get those. Not trade. Ever. Unless, I will trade almost anything for Espeon Star. That's about, I don't know, I just trade like almost anything. Okay, Dark Ampharos for trade, those are for trade, that's for trade. That might be for trade if you give me something good, I don't know, I really like that Magneton. That's maybe for trade, I don't know who would want it, who doesn't have that now. Anyway, Raikou probably not for trade. That's definitely not for trade. That might be for trade. I don't know, it's cool, it's like an EX, a level X Pikachu, except it's not level X, it's just telegraphic around the borders, it's cool. Patrice is for trade, except one is for my wifey, so I can just trade you one. Anyway, maybe for trade, it's from the vending series, so you have to trade me something good. Power Keeper's Raichu, the Tensor's Raichu, the holographic one, Japanese. These two are not for trade, those have memories. Maybe the English one, the Japanese one has more memories than the English one, so maybe the English one. This Raichu, probably not for trade. I don't know. When I say probably, you could ask. I don't know. Whatever. I have two of these. Two fossil chews, as Pokemon Center calls them. Anyway, Japanese one. Trade. That's Wizards of the... That's, World Championships. Which kind of sucks. Trade, I guess. Probably not trade. Yeah, the CD promo Mewtwo that goes with my Mew that I had. Not for trade. Not for trade. Got that from one of my awesome friends. Trade. I have two of these. This one's for trade. Not this one. Trade. Sure, why not? Not trade. Well, maybe trade. Maybe trade. I don't know who would want that. Probably not trade, though. Trade. Oh, no, not trade. That has to go with my Alphalithograph I ordered from eBay. Oh, no, Amazon. So I need that. Not for trade. Unless something really good. Because I love Shedinja. Anyway. Trade. Probably not for trade. Trade. Not for trade. This is first edition original Neo Genesis Sneasel. So I need that. Maybe trade. Actually, probably trade. Whatever. Probably not for trade. Trade. That's English. That's Japanese. So I'll trade the English one. Maybe for trade. I got that for $1. It was a cool little deal. Trade. Maybe for trade. Trade. These two are not for trade. Because I love the Versus series and that's like all I have left from them, almost. Trade. Japanese. Regigigas. Yeah. Not for trade. Trade. That was my first holographic from Diamond and Pearl, so probably, maybe trade. Probably, maybe. I gotta stop. Ground Arceus. All three of these are for trade. That come with the Arceus promo box. That comes with the figure, which is right there. I feel like doing it. Okay. Trade. Not for trade, but the English ones. Oh no. I have two. One Japanese is for trade and one English is for trade, but not one of the Japanese. And trade, possibly. Yeah. Probably not for trade. That artwork's amazing, and I love it. Not for trade, because, yeah. Trade. Gastrodon. Probably not for trade. That is the creepiest artwork ever. I'm just going to zoom in on that. Creepiest artwork ever done on a Pokemon card, in my opinion. I have a history with that. Okay. Chibi Ninetales. Base set Ninetales. Probably not for trade. I got this from my cousin Matt, who is awesome. So probably not for trade. Dark-type Fusion. That's definitely not for trade. Because when I got that, that was amazing. And it's the first attack damage. It's the first attack to do 120 damage. Everyone knows that by now. Maybe for trade. Probably not. Trade. Maybe trade. Those three EXs, maybe trade. Maybe. Ow. Trade. Maybe trade. Most of these depend on what I get. I'm for offers. So, not for trade. I had to get the guide to the Pokemon trading card game to get that. Anyway, probably not for trade. I'm trying to get the reprint. I want the reprint so bad. If I could have both. Not for trade. I have a history with that card. So. Trade. Probably not for trade. 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 Beginning prime. Trade. Maybe trade. Original Crowbar. I like that. Trade. Well, I don't know who would want that, but I just love that artwork. The only artwork that shows Breloom's arms actually coming out of its body. Anyway, Shedinja. Pre-release Tropius. Probably not for trade because that's my favorite set. Pre-release card. Even though I hate Tropius. Or Tropius, whatever. Tropius was the rare. Anyway, trade. Not for trade. Open that. It came upside down in a Hurr Soul Silver pack with a hollow jump bluff. So I like that. It's cool. Probably not for trade, but who would want it anyway? So cute. First edition Kabutops from Fossil. Probably not for trade unless I get something really good. Trade. Probably not for trade. Got that from my cousin Matt too. Probably not for trade. Maybe trade. Trade. Maybe trade. Probably not trade. The gold bordered Meowth from like some snack thing. I don't know, I traded for it, so yeah, it's from like a snack promo thing or something. Probably trade. That's for my wifey, so no trade. Probably trade. Yeah. No trade. Yeah, I love that card. Probably not trade. I'll probably trade it for a Japanese one of that, which I need and want. Trade. Not trade, because it's the first card by my favorite artist ever, and it came in my favorite set, which is pretty sweet. Not for trade from Versus. I love the Versus series so much. Trade. Trade. Not for trade. Trade. Maybe trade, but who would want it, you know. Trade. That's the holographic one from the deck. Trade. That's the... Oh, probably not trade, actually, by my favorite artist. Not trade. Maybe trade. Japanese Recycle Energy. Definitely not trade. I remember that exact night, like it was today. Anyway. Maybe trade from Versus Series. Maybe. Probably not trade. Got that from my friend. Not trading that either. That's amazing. Oh, I have a Japanese one too. Like showing off. Ding. Okay. Not trade. Alright, she's so cute with his binoculars. Anyway. Trade. 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 These three Doug Trios not for trade. I would tell a horrible story. That made me very sad, but no. I'm not gonna do that. These three are not for trade. They're by my favorite artist. Magic Energy. Not for trade. Trade. Giratina from Burger King. Well, maybe not trade. Maybe trade, maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. Normal React Energy, trade. Oh, no, not trade. Sorry. None of these are for trade. I have the complete Hard Gold Soul Silver Energy set. Not including Rainbow Energy, because no one likes that one. Pretty. My favorite one, of course. Anyway. Complete Japanese Orange Island set. Orange Islands, wow. Southern Island set, not for trade. Yeah. Not for trade. Okay, that's my big giant book. And now here's this little one. This is a hassle. Here's this one. These are all not for trade. Because I love them. That especially I love. Trade. Trade, that's my extra one. Maybe trade. Trade. Not trade. Trade. Not trade, favorite artist. Not trade, because the other one was for trade, so. Not trade, original Umbreon. Not trade, original Tyranitar. Both of these are not trade. That has a history with me. Trade. Not trade. Not trade. Maybe trade. I'm so bad with maybes. Maybe trade. Wow, okay. Trade. Trade. Because the holographic... I'm just going to say this. The holographic really sucks. I'm just going to plain out say sucks on that one. It made me sad. I was like, well, I'm Esprit level X, oh, the holographic sucks. Anyway. Maybe for trade. Everyone loves Charizard, so I don't blame people for wanting that. Not for trade, though. First edition. Dark Charizard. It's in not the best condition anyway, but I still love it. I have history with things. Trade, maybe. I need something good for that. Maybe Mew EX. MUEX hint hint. Want. Really bad. Anyway. Maybe trade. Not trade. Not trade. Trade, but it's in kind of bad condition. Not trade. Definitely. Not trade. These two not trade. These two not trade. That's the secret rare from Team Aqua Magma. Awesome. Not for trade. Not for trade. Yeah, not for trade. Sorry, guys. Somebody not for trade. Trade. Possibly. I love that one. Even though the foil sucks. Anyway. Not for trade. 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 Not for trade. 3 birds from the movie. Definitely not for trade. Not for trade, but I have 2 of these. One of them doesn't have a hole stamped through it. This one's for trade. See if I can get that back in there. Okay. Trade, but it's the World Championships one. Who would want it? Not for trade. Maybe trade. Maybe. Just PM us for any of these maybe trades. And maybe I'll trade things that I said not trade too, if you give me a good enough deal. Anyway. Not for trade, not for trade. Trade, not for trade. I have all 3 of these, which is cool. I'm just going to show this because it's cool. I have the original Japanese, the original base set, and the original base set 2, courtesy of James. I have all 3, so that's cool. I'll just leave that out for now. I don't feel like putting it back in. Not for trade. Not for trade, not for trade. Trade. Not for trade. Not for trade. Maybe trade. Not. That's the red sheep Pikachu. Definitely not. These 2 not. Not. And no one likes Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Okay. There's my 2 alphographs and my unknown action figure just felt like showing that. Okay, this is my ultimate binder, which has all my favorite cards in it. That most of them I'm definitely not trading. This whole page definitely not trading. If these glam! Anyway. Not trade, not trade. Let's just look at those. Yeah. Not trade. Not trade. That's my favorite prime from that set. So not trade. This whole page not trade. This whole thing not trade. This whole thing not trade. I'm so proud of this. The Charizard, it sucks because these 2 are in really bad condition. This one's not really bad, but it has a little... This one's in super bad condition. It's like the worst condition I've ever seen in any card. Well, not any card. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but it's in bad condition. These are all in awesome condition, though. Not for trade. None of those are. None of these are for trade. The only thing probably... I would trade this for a better condition one. And I'd trade this for Regice Star. But that's about it. Not for trade. Not for trade. Not for trade. Not for trade. Not for trade, not for trade. I might trade that for another shiny. I only trade shinies for shinies because I'm trying to get every shiny in existence. Not trade except for a holographic one instead of reverse. These 2 not for trade. This Surfing Pikachu I'll trade for a better condition one. The only bad thing is this little... I'll trade for something else maybe. You can't even see it. It's this little, like, foil thing that, like, it's just a little bit of bad condition. It's really no big deal, but... not for trade, not for trade. These are trade. Because this one has a bend in the corner, which makes me sad, and that one's for trade. I'm trying to get all 3, but I could trade. Whatever. Not for trade, not for trade. Those are all the EX Dragon Charizards. Yeah, the EX Dragon Charizard line. That's my base set Charizard, which I love and will never trade in my life. Anyway. Not for trade, not for trade. This whole page, not for trade. These are all the white stars. Well, that's a white diamond, I'm not including these. I'm only missing Birthday Pikachu White Star. That's all I'm missing. I'm gonna have to make a part 2. Holy crap. Okay, I'll go fast. No, oh yeah, I'll have to make a part 2. Crap. Trade. Firegrass Arceus. Trade. Not trade. Not trade. Not trade. Not trade. Oh wait. Okay. Trade. I changed my mind. Not trade. And I'll have to do a part 2. Okay, part 2 coming up right about